they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Detroit! Detroit! Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Jackson will throw again. Goes underneath for Bell. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Ty Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Darnold. A screen complete to Crowell. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and run forward with Bell. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Aaron Lynch in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing is Jackson. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Detroit!
They go play action with Jackson. Caught by Nelson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Gone! Watch it now, Barney!
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Got a man, it's Brown. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Lucky 56. Gone.
And Jackson throwing once more. Escaping the pressure right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Jets have recovered. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Watch it now, Barney.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
All right, now, lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Detroit!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Terrell Suggs in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
Third and long, it's Darnold. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now Jackson on second down. And his pass incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A 1st down carry now for Corral. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Darnold from the gun. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42.
Lucky 56.
Now Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. This is Bell on the dump off. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a first down carry by Bell. After the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space. Taken down right at the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. A give to Bell. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They come out here and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Darnold. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! Hey! Hot!
Here's Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught at the 20. And all of a sudden they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Over!
Now Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Gold now out to kick it away. And the Ravens taking the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson on first down. He sets to fire deep, and that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again on second and 10, it's Jackson. Airing this one out for Evans. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Now it's Darnold. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. C.J. Mosley in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Back down in that Philly. Here we go.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. On third down, here's Bell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9.
Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Going deep for Moncrief. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Isaiah Crowell, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. The give is to Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense. But a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Jackson now. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Aaron Lynch in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Here's Jackson to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Leonard Williams in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Jackson. Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Over.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Second down, here's Jackson. Airing this one out for Evans. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. It's caught. Nelson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now Jackson on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson goes underneath for Bell. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
New York set to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Over. Hot.
To throw on second down is Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue landed. Blue
Darnold from the gun. And this is hauled in by Matthews. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Darnold. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Buying time to his left. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Sam Darnold with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Gold now out to kick it away. And now here come the Ravens. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Leopard.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Leopard. Leopard. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Bell. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Gun! 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 No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Gun! 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 Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Ravens, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.